Hello, what team are you with?
So I'm with Team Hello Sausage.
Cool, and what's your game about?
So our game is a competitive, multiplayer, simultaneous, turn-based game. It's about mining minerals on different planets, and the idea of the game is to be first to own 5 planets, and you own a planet by every time you mine.
Okay, cool. How many people were involved in the development of the game?
So we have 8 people in our game. We have 3 developers, 4 artists, and 1 sound designer.
And how long has your game been in production?
We basically restarted our game when we got into there, so around the 8-week, 9-week mark.
Alright,
that much.
So you applied with a concept and then they said...
Yeah, we kind of started a game, started creating it, we brought it into the Unity, the engine, and we then decided we actually want to change this now, so we kind of almost restarted.
Oh right, I see.
Yeah, the whole kind of concept and game development aspect was all changed, but we still had the same assets, the same universe. So.
Alright, cool, well thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my look at the Dare version of Deep Space Mine. Deep Space Mine is a difficult game to explain without getting someone to play it. Think something like King of the Hill, however there are several locations players can capture and they must capture 5 to win. Players have to decide each turn if they want to get a firm grasp of 1 or 2 locations or get a weak handle of 3 or 4 locations. Players also have to account for which locations their opponents might try and take. Throw in a currency mechanic that makes different locations worth different amounts which change each turn, and suddenly you have a whole host of meaningful choices regarding which locations to capture. While this may sound confusing, after 1 turn it falls into place fairly quickly. I found myself brewing up new strategies each turn, which is fantastic for a game like this. There are meaningful choices to make each turn which engages the player very well. I would love to play the game for half an hour to see how many more choices become apparent instead of my 5-minute session. One complaint I do have is that there is only one thing to spend currency on, which is more miners, which you need. This makes decisions regarding what to buy very simple. Maybe if there was a couple of other things to spend money on, say upgrades that act for a turn and make the mining process faster so you can mine more each turn, or something that could be used against your opponent, would make spending currency more interesting. In conclusion, this game knows what it is trying to do and does it well. The currency system is very basic and has potential to offer more meaningful decisions to the player, however it is currently functional and doesn't take away from the more interesting capture the flag phase of the game. If this game was free on a website with online matchmaking, I could see it being popular for a couple of weeks. There was also a second game mode next to the main game where 2 players fly around and try to grab minerals. It felt like a mostly pointless aside to make the game look like there's more to it than there is. For this game mode, I felt there was nothing to it and didn't want to play it again after 1 shot.